Hello everybody, I'm happycamper and I'll be showing you Moonstone today. It's my first time at ESA, like also at my first on-site event, so I'm hyped to bring you Moonstone, A Hard Day's Night um, to the screen. And yeah, I'll give a short introduction to the game because we still have some poll going on about the night's color. I will show you that real quick because we have different option here to go. And each one will start in a different region. So Moonstone is, yeah, as you might see from maybe the color palette and so on, it's a bit on the older side. It's like a game from 1991 or from at the Amiga, and what we're playing is the DOS box or the DOS version. Came out in 1992, and it's mostly like a fighting game, but it has an overworld. And what we're doing is like we're on a quest to find the fabled Moonstone. I'll explain a little bit about that later on. And first things first, since we should be ready with the poll, I hope. Almost? Okay. Oh, okay. Let's get ready with this. There's no last surprises. We'll go for red. Oh boy, that's more of a more tricky one. So just to shortly explain, like the color does matter. It's not just for good looks. Each of these knights starts in a different region. So blue starts on the, as you will shortly see, in the top left. Orange starts in the top right. Green starts in the bottom left, and red starts in the bottom right. And there are different regions like with different monsters that you need to slay. So yeah, as I've just heard, red has won, so we will go for the red knight. And we have also an incentive for the name, and I think it's still like it was before. Let's name him Sir, right? It's our Sir Xonorous. Oh no, that was wrong. If I wrote that correctly now. Yep, let's go. All right. So with it, we're pretty much ready to go. Once I leave this screen, time starts. So be ready with that. I'll count down from 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Oh, thanks everybody. So as you can see, like I'm not the only one on this map. Like this is the world map, and I'm moving to one of these little gray things. That's called a lair. And once I'm there, I'll enter it and fight some monsters. So these are the Ratmen, and I'm this red knight swinging my blade on top of them. So these are like, yeah, to be honest, not that scary monsters if you move around. They have an oh boy, already a ring of protection. That's pretty bad. I need to come back to this layer later. I will explain later what's going on there, why I'm not picking everything up. Shortly about like the fights, there's different enemies in these layers. Like this is the swamp region, so we have a lot of swamp monsters going on. We have different fighting styles for all of the monsters. And once they're all slain, you get access to the treasure. So I pick up a lot of money, I pick up some spells, and I'll get attacked by a Black Knight. Okay, introduction of the Black Knights, because they will be important from now on. As my first goal was to get enough money for something, and I need to slay all these Black Knights pretty soon. Oh, come on, he's a nasty one. Okay, here we go. Oh yeah, maybe I should have mentioned it earlier in the introduction. It's a very gory game for its style. So yeah, if anybody has problems, it will not change. It is from the beginning till the end very gory, if in this pixel graphics. So I hope a lot of people are fine with that, with not with this loads of blood, old style pixel blood. And yeah, oh boy, he definitely wants to evade us. And there's also other stuff going on in the world map, like there's 3 Black Knights as we have seen, but there's also a dragon now that spawned. And we will come to the dragon later on. So my main objective now will be to kill all these Black Knights because they want to kill me for hindering me in my quest. And nice, I get to show off like a little glitch here. Like if you have very fast input in your turn, because it's like overworld is turn-based, you get to do movement and one battle per turn if you reach anything to fight. And once I end my battle, I'm getting in this menu screen, this item screen, and if I spam the fight button right afterwards, I can sometimes get into this range of inputs where I can do refights. Like I can pretty much cheat the game and do multiple fights per turn. It's mostly useful in the lairs only when you die, because yeah, you want to clear it in one turn anyway. But for these Black Knights, it's very interesting because they have 5 life, just as you. And so I need to chop them down one by one. Like 1 life per knight. Oh, nice. Okay, now I get to explain the dragon battle. This is a very nice meme of a fight. Pay attention to these sounds, because this is amazing sounds we have. Sounds like every dragon you would expect. They were ahead of their time when they created this. And we've slain the dragon. Here we go. Like a mini boss slain here. Alright, he carries a lot of loot. I'm not interested in most of that. Let's pick up a little bit and I'm done here. So this is also required for the 100% to just kill pretty much everything. Kill all the lairs, kill all the knights. And that's just with the main game. Get the Moonstone in the end. And yeah, finish the game then. As I will be just hunting for all of these Black Knights, we can go for a quick donation.
Mod 366 donated $5.
Oh, okay, that's it. Interesting. Okay, thanks for the $5. As you all know, this is for charity. Like we're doing runs here for charity. So the organization we're helping here with is Save the Children, helping a lot of children all around the world to create to make schools and also keep the children able to visit the schools. It's a great cause, and I hope you are ready to donate something for the good cause. So yeah, Save the Children, and also as a very perfect incentive for meeting good amount of money, Shave the Edenal. Like he also put up his challenge of if we get to 150,000, he's gonna shave his head. So let's get there. Alright, this should be the last life of this night here. And yeah, if we have another donation, just go ahead with it.
Nevflin54 donated $5. I never knew Castle Crashers had such a cool prequel.
Perfect. Yeah. Yeah, just doing my business with fighting these knights here. Oh boy, is he killing me? By the way, I will donate for like $5 for each death I'm taking, because yeah, at some point it will just happen. I cannot tank everything because we're still low on stats. So there is the possibility to level up once we accumulate some experience. So you get some experience by slaying all these different monsters. I'm just not leveling up because there's a pretty good reason not to. Because once you get at a certain threshold, or actually like right at your level up once, you will get more monsters to slay. So the game makes it like easier, but also harder if you level up. And for the sake of being fast, we're just never leveling up. Yeah, I may just be able to show off a little bit of different moves here. Like all the layers, you will see different movement. And yeah, since we're now done with all the Black Knights, I'm moving on to the regular layers here. And here the next enemy we're encountering are the Trog. They are like a very human, a similar form to humans. And they carry different weapons, like we see here, they have an axe, and they want to chop you, but I'm trying to chop them. Oh, I died at the very last one. Okay. Need to refight this.
Donated $20.
Exactly, there's a lot of R's. It's a very memey soundtrack. We have a very memey sounds, very memey sounds here. It's a great game. It's very interesting soundtrack. Like, especially the dragon. It's just going crazy. Here we have another kind of Trog. Then I would say most nasty ones with the spears, because they have a long range. I might just show off a little bit of different moves, because I'm mostly using the overhead chop, but there's also different kinds. It's just that the overhead chop does the most damage, and if you can reach the enemy, you're good with that. But there's also like the stab here. It's just pretty slow because it does little damage. And also the death animation by doing that is pretty bad. Oh, there we have a second death. So, as you can see, my life bar is slowly decreasing from 5 to 1. So we're now at 3, but that should be fine. So I'm just picking up all the money here. And once we get to some more special items, I can tell you a bit more about this. So we can not only get gold in these layers, but oh no, I might be close to death here again. Oh. So I'm fighting these off screen because it's just sometimes the fastest way. Okay, he got me again. That's no issue, like I'm more than safe. And just for safety I can also heal up once. So we don't only get gold from these layers, but there's also different kind of items. Oh yeah, first of all, there's the key. That's one of 4 keys we need to collect to get to the final boss. Yeah, it's 1 key per region, so that's why we need to do all these fights. Is to get all these keys, fight the last boss to get the Moonstone. By the way, these monsters we're fighting now are the war beasts. They kind of look like lions with horns, like rhinos. Or unicorns, maybe. Shame. Okay. So, when they're coming from the left side, I need to guess. Oh, that was lucky. But if they're coming from the right, I can see their horn. Like, they're peeking out, like, hey, I'm coming from here. And I'm just looking for that and trying to go for that. Actually, let's just go. I have 2 life, I should be fine. I will probably die in this layer, but it's all for the charity, right? Yep, and there we got a nice gory death animation, spiking as on top of his horn. Oh, yeah, I'm down to 1 life. I should be fine, I'm not dying here. Not to these guys. But I will heal afterwards. You see on the top right, on the right, there was a horn peeking out. That's what I'm looking at. So we got some more potion, Sword of the Hawk. So as said earlier, you can get different kinds of stuff, like also these also these scrolls. And what I'm doing now is, as I can only hold 150 gold, I'm donating it all for a good cause to the healer. And what the healer does is, like, he not only heals up my hit points, but also the life points. So that's great for me, because I don't want to die. Also, like, he would do that for way less money, but, like, we're very kind in doing this for the good cause, right? So keep your donations going, guys. I'm doing it in-game. So these things are called Ratmen. Nasty little buggers. To be honest, they don't deal much damage. But they carry a disease. And that is the like, one of the few things. Oh, I forgot. I don't have the better sword yet. They carry a disease, and that is one of the things that can kill you outside of battle. Or actually, the only thing? I think it's the only thing, yeah. That can kill you outside of battle. So I might be wary about that, as there's only like... Oh, look, a second key. As there's only like little signs when you get the disease. So just to be safe, after I dealt with all of these Ratmen, I will... Also, they have fabulous screams. Come on, rat, die. They have fabulous screams. So once I'm done with all of their lairs, I will just heal with a potion. Alright, by the way, this is a very, like, when we fight these Ratmen, we have a special, it's like called a defend move, or more on the defensive side move, that we usually don't have, like this stabbing downwards into the ground, because they're like small creatures, small monsters, so we obviously need to stab down to get to them. And the other moves are pretty standard. I will stab them just up here, this thrust upwards, because it also kills them, but mostly because it's just saving a few frames if you manage to get them. Alright, these are just another kind of trogs, and these are a lot of enemies, so we are good for one more donation.
Thanatos donated $10. This screams for a death animation showcase as donation incentive. Don't let all the effort and attention to detail of the animators go by unappreciated.
Exactly, yeah, that's a good comment. Like, we should do that. There's a lot, like, we haven't even seen the most interesting ones. Obviously, what we missed is the death at the dragon. Like, sadly, I got it in like one go. If that for more R's and like dragon screams and for some more gore, it would be perfect to do some deaths at the dragon. By the way, the dragon just in this stage, like, I'm not having any upgrades. He just kills me like one hit. So yeah, it was good that I wasn't hit for the sake of being fast. By the way, still donating to the good cause and the healer here. So yeah, the dragon would just one hit KO me pretty much, and I just, yeah, didn't want to die there, but it's like fine. So more of these mudmen. Oh yeah, I shouldn't do that. So the only thing to be aware of these mudmen is, like, they have an insta-death ability. So that's why I'm moving around. There's also a trick you can do to, like, stand. Like, if you are very, very, very fast with inputting the attack, then you are good, but I'm not doing it. These are the trolls. Yeah, I don't know, like, in many other games, trolls look different, but here they are like huge humans with hitting you with trees. Oh, yeah, we might just see another cool death animation here. Or maybe not, okay. These are nice this time around. Never mind. Okay, but that was the boring one. There's a more interesting one. But it's another death, another $5. for charity. So yeah, let's just kill this one more guy. Also, there's a pretty inconsistent glitch, especially in this layer, where you can technically skip all the trolls by dying, or like you skip actually two true trolls just, but it could technically save some time. But as I said earlier, it's pretty inconsistent. It requires you to die or to kill to die to a troll, and when you do the refight, you are yeah. Sorry, I lost myself because I'm just trying to get rid of this ring here. And when you do the refight, you kill the troll off screen, and then you are able to skip the rest of them sometimes, because for some reason they don't load in the other ones. By the way, what I just did there, oh, that's the nice gory one that I wanted to show off. That was not on purpose, but yeah, that just happened. That's for safety. Yep, whatever. I have enough potions. So obviously potions heal. They not only hit points but also life points. And what I wanted to say earlier, like what you saw me do that there earlier, after I picked up that ring of protection, is I used the scroll of the hawk, to turn into the hawk and fly across the map. So you have some magic spells to avail. Like also there's the talisman of the worm and the scroll of protection. I can shortly explain you what all of these do. Let's just go to the reader here. As they have some interesting abilities. Most of them we don't really use in the run, but in the any percent run, some of them can be useful if you are well versed and know exactly when to use them. For instance, like the Scroll of the Hawk is obviously quite interesting to cover great distances in short time, because on the world map you have some decreased movability in some areas, like especially in the swamp on the bottom right. You have some areas where you're pretty slow, and yeah, you have another version of high mobility called the Scroll of Haste, which only doubles your movement for the day, but it's also pretty strong and nice to use if you don't have a Scroll of the Hawk. Then we got the Scroll of Protection that protects you from an attack of a Black Knight. But in this category we're not interested. Like, we want to fight the Black Knights and kill all of them. So yeah, as you might have noticed earlier, I had the possibility to do that, but I just fight them anyway. So then we got the Scroll of Acquisition. Similar story. It only works against Black Knights. So the Scroll of Acquisition pretty much lets you steal from another knight. And yeah, in any percent run, that causes sometimes some great confusion when you're having all 4 keys and suddenly they're gone, and you're like, oh no, this happened. They stole, the Black Knights stole my keys. Damn bastards. Alright. New type of enemy. These are the Barlocks. They have some very nice gory death animations. We'll see if we get to one. Otherwise, I'm fighting properly, maybe. Well, so far so good. But we have 2 more layers of them, so we can we have more chances for some nice deaths here. The final spell is the Scroll of the Worm. This only works like if there's the dragon on the map. So okay, that's what this guy hit me. So this sends as the dragon is always searching for a knight, one randomly. With the Scroll of the Worm, you can direct him to another knight. And if that wasn't already, like, oh, okay, I can explain also the Gem of Seeing. Gem of Seeing lets you view the treasure of a lair without having to fight it. So you can scout for keys with this. Kind of useful in any percent. Oh, okay, this guy hit me. And yeah, as if that wasn't enough, there's also like variations to these spells that happen if they're cursed, because you can get cursed spells and you won't notice until you use them. And yeah, for more detailed description, I probably won't be able to tell everything in this run, because we're coming to a close, as we just have one more fight after this. Come on, let me kill you. Oh, he's... Oh, I rarely have to do this. Okay, he killed me, but not in a nice way. I'm not used to this, like when he turns around. Yeah, there's also curse scrolls. Like most fun ones are like Scroll of the Hawk, where you usually can choose where you go. It just teleports you to a random position on the map. That's a pretty fun one. Or the Scroll of Protection, usually you don't have to fight, but then you have to fight with reverse controls, so kind of fun stuff. And in the last layer, we got the key and the Sword of Sharpness. That's the best sword in the game. And as we're done with all of these layers and all are like have all the keys, we can now go to the Guardian. That's the enemy in the center of the map. So I'll be moving here, and there we can fight for the Moonstone. So after this fight, there's I still need to hand in the Moonstone. Also, like very funny sounds here. I didn't get the stun lock, so I will just play safe from now on. She will go down pretty quickly, and afterwards... Oh, okay. Okay, we get to see the lightning attack. By the way, if she kills you, you know, don't only lose one life, but 3. So yeah, she's quite deadly, so don't let her kill you. And that's the Guardian. So now I get the Moonstone, and then I need to hand it in. And you need to hand it in at the correct moon phase. So this is a new Moonstone, and I need to wait until it's new moon, and that's quite shortly, so time is coming up very shortly, if I'm not mistaken. Actually, okay, damn it. We just missed the phase. So as the moon is rising here, as you can see. By the way, the developers were not really through with this, and have like linked the wrong image with the half moon. So this is now full moon. Then you will see now the half moon, which is actually the 3/4. And see, this is the actual half moon. For some reason, linked the wrong image, but okay. So in about 10 seconds or so, I will be coming up with time. Just need to wait a little bit more. And time. All right, I've completed the quest, and now we are watching the nice outro of getting like the prize for our quest. As we return the Moonstone to the druids, the gods are very pleased with us, and you can see a nice prize coming up for this fabulous night. And yeah, and he just turned into Orion. So yeah, that's our night. Zeronis, you've been upgraded to the stars. Let's go. Speedrunning from the stars now on. Alright, that was Moonstone. So far so good. Thank you for having me. This was a blast to show off. As one of the donations mentioned earlier, it would be great to also show off all of the fun stuff, like all the fun death animations. By the way, one thing, I don't know if there's a sequel on screen, but these are my notes. It's just, yeah, the dragon screaming ah. That's the most important bit about this game. Yeah, some shoutouts for my fellow speedrunners of Moonstone, especially Tanker. Like he's also exploring the game in many various ways. We've challenged the game through the past few years more and more, and we're finding new time saves, finding new glitches from time to time, and it's a blast to yeah put, to destroy this game like in little or small or larger steps. Also, thanks for to Anko and Tenka for introducing me to a lot of the strats back when I started the game. It's a blast. We're also having a few new runners on the leaderboard. It's always a blast to see that this game gets some love and attention, as it's rather obscure and old game. But it's nice to keep also the some retro games alive. Yeah, shoutouts to everyone. Also shoutouts to all the different like retro communities that are out there. I hope you were able to watch this as you might be next getting a showcase at one of the at the events. It's always a blast having you guys around, like the pop Prince of Persia community, um, um, the Lost Vikings community. It's a lot of great stuff. I'm not mentioning it all because it's a lot. Um, so it's great stuff to have you guys around, and yeah, let's see what the rest of the day brings. As yeah, we have other runs to show off. Yeah, that's so much from my side. Thanks, Isa, for having me, and yeah, see you around.